Hey Phantom pilots and fellow P3 Mavic owners. Well, the decision has been made, I guess, to possibly do an antenna mod or antenna upgrade. Tossing around a few ideas, of course, as to where to put the antennas. You know, do you mount them on the inside? Do you want to mount them on the outside? I want to, try to get it as close to original as it was before with the P3. So, tossing around a few ideas. The front arms are either, mount them on the outside or the inside. And you can only mount them on, the front position on the front arms. That's the only place, because the arms have to collapse. Or the inside. Back arms, same thing, either inside or outside. Or maybe use them for, or put the antennas in the legs on the back. Raise it up another inch, inch and a half kind of thing. The scenarios I'm kind of cooking up here are, I still have some of the antennas left from doing an antenna mod to my RC controller, so I kept the antenna plastic and also the antennas. You can separate the antennas from the sleeve. I may install the lights too, not too sure. But yes, you can, as you see, separate the antenna from the plastic sleeve here. This is kind of what it looks like and when we're done. So it's a patch antenna. When you're separating these, there is a little trick to do it. I mean, you have to start on the back side where the antenna isn't. It's got kind of like an H pattern here. Don't start on that side when you take your knife and split it. Slowly work it apart if you want to do that. And then, of course, or I'm going to use this antenna as a leg. Maybe hot glue it, shape it, mold it, and then use white heat shrink tubing, wrap it, and stick that in the back of the leg as an antenna, and have a little taller landing gear. Or it's this antenna on the front. May go with that. I don't know yet. So what to do, yes. The scenarios of either making it taller or just keeping it original, I guess. And maybe leaving it in the legs or mounting it on the outside of the legs. Whatever better reception there is, that's the deal here. It's to get maximum reception, maximum range, or whatever. Like I haven't done a flight test as far as range goes, but even what I'm doing flying around, it's okay, but not great. So as far as antenna mods go, the scenarios I'm trying to maybe kick around here is, using these, putting that inside the leg, maybe flush with the leg inside here, and hot gluing that in place, or maybe just hot gluing it on the bottom here. And then of course the antenna will slide in there. Nice and easy, so that takes care of the back as far as heightening it and providing almost the same similar angle and pattern as the Phantom 3 leg. So yes, positioning, you know, the antenna kind of on an angle there. So that works well. You know, it's hey, we got taller landing gear and we've got an antenna that's, you know, basically the same way, parallel and pointing in the right direction. So there is that scenario. I was thinking about, you know, maybe putting it here, mounting it here, just in front of the leg, cutting it down to size. So really it ain't going to stick up that much higher, but, you know, leveling it with the back here to whatever size I need there. So that's another scenario. Or, well, the front might get these big ass antennas right here, like so. So I may, yeah, upgrade the front to these large patch antennas, which come from, of course, yes, the antenna from the controller, the DJI RC controller. I also tried to keep these bendy little things. I was hoping maybe to make, you know, foldable landing gear, but not enough meat on there. You can order these new through helipal.com. I guess it's Part B replacement number for DJI Inspire remote controller. So you can buy these new, you know, hey, $7 a piece or whatever, and then actually you would have the little tab on the end, which would allow you to possibly mount it in there and have foldable landing gear. So yes, I mean, you could definitely do something like that. Having foldable landing gear, mounting God knows where you might want to mount it. Anyways, so yes, I mean, there's another scenario for improvements and upgrades too to consider. When you're doing this kind of mod, you will need probably to buy another, you know, an antenna cable set, and take either the 4 longest cables, depending on what mods you might have to do. So you will have to get probably another antenna set ordered, in case you fuck up when you do one of these. So like I said, you got to look for the H pattern on here. I may do a how-to video as far as building these antennas go. It's really not rocket science here, but welcome to Rocket Science 101. It's quite easy to do once you see how it's done or know how it's done. It's not hard to, you know, modify these antennas. You know, it's 2 basic soldering patches here, you know, and you make your own antenna. I did cut this down to fit. Do not cut into the antenna or the H pattern that's on here. I only cut off, oh, I don't know, not even a 1/4 inch, maybe 4 millimeters or whatever, just so it'll fit. So yes, the big ass bitch antenna, patch antennas on the front maybe, I don't know, they're talking about angling it, so I don't know what about the angling, what the hell goes on there. 45-degree angle in the video they talk about it, so still playing with antennas. And then when I do the antenna mod, I might actually do an original LED light placement here. I don't know if I want to do it on the front or the back, but it will fit in here quite nice. So I may consider that, do away with this and use that. I don't know. These are brighter, better. So yes, they could be utilized on the back anyway. The front, not so much, because you can't do nothing. This slides over it. The only position you can really use anything, you know, are the back side of that. Front and back of the arm. There is room in there, but no, you don't want anything like that. So that's hooped. Really about the only place you can add the light is the back arm. Or maybe the front of the quadcopter, but you're going to have your antenna there, so you're hooped. Anyways, the decision is yours if you want to make any kind of light mods as well. At the same time you do an antenna mod, but yeah, I don't know where to actually, like I say, what I want to do with the antennas. I mean, keep them inside the arm, this will fit inside the arm, maybe with some MacGyvering, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe the outside's the only place to mount this. And whatever, on a 45-degree angle, that what points down, I guess. So what, when it flies ahead, what, 45-degree angle pointing up, can't be, I don't know what the fuck that's all about. Anyways, I don't know, parallel, flat, I don't know. And like, honestly, lots of hits and misses in the Chinese how to build video. Some MacGyvering and different ideas are definitely, you know, gonna have to be thought up. But hopefully, yes, in the future they improve the design, and you know, there's a better way to mount antennas. Like I say, I don't know why they didn't put them in the back of the arms, other than the fact that, yeah, it won't fit, man. You need longer cables. But so yeah, I mean, these are definitely the upgrades. Like I say, probably need, like I say, longer cables and whatnot. These coaxial cables are actually, you know, fairly easy to do. You know, they got an inner wire and an outer wire here. Basically just strip off the outer wire, 20 gauge is what I used, and then you take and you peel back the outer wire here, and then you have an inner sleeve, and then the fine little tiny wire in the center here, and that's 30 gauge. You take off maybe 1 millimeter off the end there, and maybe 2 millimeters off here, and you crunch that inner wire down, make a little ball on one side kind of thing, bunch it to one side, and then you just solder those 2 points, first point, second point, done, easy. I can do a how-to video, like I said, about that or whatever, and how to split these. I just used a razor knife to split that, slowly worked it, peeled it back, did the one side where it does not have the H pattern. So you do that side first, and then where the H pattern is, peel it by hand or whatever. Don't get a knife in there and start scratching away at it, because it's got a tiny little wire here, and you do not want to break that. I already fucked up one. No good. It's this one. So yeah. Very careful when you separate it. When you finally get it all peeled back like that, you can actually pull it out. Excuse me. So, yeah. Future antenna mods. Where to put them, what to do with them, all that good stuff. Like I said, I don't know, maybe I might just keep it simple and easy. Reducing it down to that size definitely gives you more room in there to move it around or position it better. So, I mean, okay. Stripping it down, yeah. Keeping it inside the arm. I much prefer that. Gluing it on the outside, yes, looks ugly. But, I mean, if it works good, hey, I'll take working good over ugly any day. So, yeah. So yeah, that's about it. I think I may give her a shot and see what's going to happen here as far as antenna mod and reception goes. Alright guys, you know what? Thanks for watching, and until next time, fly safe, fly hard, and fly fast.